Pree Dis is brought to you by Magnum Tonic Wine, Tech Charge, Ray White Overproof Rum, Fui Culture, Campari, Respect the Bitter, JF Mills, the heart and soul of your kitchen, and Swiss Ketchup and Barbecue Jerk Sauce, better because it's Swiss.
Welcome back to a brand new episode of Pree Dis. You don't know, I'm your host Naldo Addi, and this week we're in the capital of Portland, Port Antonio. You don't know, we have a whole heap of entertainment and lifestyle content for you guys. So without further ado, we're going to kick off the show right now. The 2023 Jamaica carnival season did shot. The music did nice, the party them bad, and of course the girls were beautiful. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. What's your favorite Kes song?
Oh my gosh, I love the workouts!
What go on, my bro?
There ain't bro, there's a whole lot of vibes at Kes concert, you know, it's a good energy.
What's your favorite Kes song?
Jaja. You know, say it might be the Jub Jub. The Jub Jub, but it have a little groovy vibe to it and kind of fusion, you know, my style that too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Alright, what's your favorite Kes song?
I'm ready for the road.
On the road, what about you? What's your favorite Kes song?
Ready for the road, same thing.
What's your favorite Kes song?
My favorite Kes song is Savannah.
Canal, in this big botanical, this carnival, I want you to find your way. Everybody on stage, Delano. If you're coming down from the mountain, Delano. When the rhythm beats in town, see me jumping on the savannah grass, the savannah grass. You could see it already past Delano. When the people tell you.
It's now time for our first break. We'll be back with more Pree Dis.
I compare it. What bitter means to me, it means respect. Yeah, from you a top man. Respect the bitter with the real top brand. So when them say bitter, that just mean life I get better. Respect the bitter. 18 years old to drink responsibly.
Venus Dhon is from Mandeville, Manchester, and he's here to tell us why he's up next.
Up next is brought to you by Magnum Tonic Wine. Take charge.
Gyal say my hot, pass me the fun. If I no skill foot, then I Venus Dhon. Pizza me worship from England.
Another budding prospect here out of Mandeville, Manchester. We welcome Venus Dhon to the show. Venus.
Active.
Manners, I respect my G.
Fully my father.
First of all, talk us through the name, Venus Dhon.
You don't know, from a tender age, I get the name, them there look at Facebook name. And my dog them as a part of Venus, I run with that little. Till I start take up music, I say no, I can't follow that Venus Dhon. I fought from Kingsland, I grew with my granny.
Yeah.
Until now, I still have my granny link, but I'm just there on my own little now. I take up music serious. From little I love music, follow up music, till now I decide to take it serious.
And which high school did Young Rick attend?
Wormwood Technical.
Wormwood. So there at Wormwood, they do no sports or no skill or nothing? Did you have any other interests?
One time they follow up football, but me just, the passion for music, me they just kind of ease off of football and me they just take up music.
You sure the passion and you never good?
You know, me they good man.
That's how we rock, that's how we roll. We solo, Louis V shorts, t-shirt, them a polo. Touching at the party, girl want photo fit.
And who are some of your inspirations coming up in music?
Garnet Silk. You don't know, from little, I made skillful to see me. Skillful tell me some music, and I take it and I say, all right, music. I voice my first song when I about 15.
Wow. And what was that like?
Well, I sang there. When my voice I sang them, see some people in my party love this song. See me I get a love for the song. Big up Voltex. Voltex was my first song.
But what do you hope to achieve musically? What you see a career 5-10 years down the line from?
Grammy. Strictly. Grammy. Believe. International same way.
Rich life can't done, clocks them custom. Foreign girl touch down, so she love the young done.
Talk us through your style of music.
You don't know, hardcore. Hardcore dancer.
Do you utilize TikTok or any other social media platform to push your music out there?
Yeah, I run with TikTok. I swear TikTok have for Instagram same way. But I run with TikTok.
Right, Venus,
Thanks.
manners and respect. Thank you for
Active, my
passing through,
father.
my G.
Fully. Cool.
DJ 3D is a member of the Renaissance Sound. Let's hear more about his musical legacy in this week's Mixmaster segment.
Mixmasters is brought to you by Magnum Tonic Wine. Take charge of things anytime, anywhere.
Fresh job, ooh, see a fresh job. Yo, Villa make your shoes match your sweater. When you bring the food, it have it exact. Put sit more upon the extra. Look at what.
How you came by the name 3D?
Long story short, because it's a long story. Originally I was Delano the third, because you know I'm the third Delano, I'm third generation of it. I used to DJ as Delano the third, then we used to drop off the third half of it and we used to use DJ Delano, so it used to confuse a lot of persons. Then my dad was like, and a few other friends, as well as my other half, was like, yo, you're the third, we need to figure something out. And it was D3 first. And I was like, yo, it's much cooler if it's 3D. So it just worked, it rolled off tongue.
How did music begin for you? Were you inspired by your father's experience?
That, and I grew up in music. The base that was Renaissance base, where it grew out of, where it became Renaissance, that was my house. I was living there with other selectors and the management.
3D.
Shots I more, no feeling, I'm emotion, it start to grow hot. No,
My father's experience definitely had a big impact on my life. When I migrated though, I was around, I met somebody called Jordan Chin. His name is my best friend. His family is Black Chinese. So I grew up around, my Miami days, I grew up around Black Chinese and having to use their equipment and messing with their library and stuff. So I was always fascinated with the whole clash scene.
When was it that you decided that, hey, being a DJ professionally was what you wanted to pursue as a career?
I sort of always knew that I wanted to do it. Well, music. I started off first as production because growing up, in school, your father already experienced all the negatives of it. So he doesn't really want, my whole family didn't really want me to experience that as well. Think of it, you're good at other stuff. Why not do that first? But I always knew I wanted to be somewhere in the music space.
From your trouble, promise, move. Get the phone. You want every girl love, be a girl all.
How easy or difficult has it been being the son of Delano from Renaissance to carve your own niche, your own path, your own journey?
That was, and still is, extremely difficult. That's one reason for the name change from Delano III to 3D, because person started using them head and saying, okay, Delano III. We'll book you, put Renaissance on the flyer and then put DJ Delano. They drop off the thirds. Growing up, as a younger, people would rather book my dad because of the legacy and the weight that he already had in the game. So what I had to do is take our time, separate from Renaissance, not fully, not a big announcement, I'm not a part of Renaissance, but kind of create a brand, a logo for myself, did mixtapes, put that out there, promote that, so that persons can know 3D. Okay, who is 3D? Oh, 3D is actually his son, but in bad.
Rich and not talk, fully goes up, can't fall off. Man, I live like Rasta, no beef, no pasta. Air Force white dogs now.
What do you think you bring to the table, to the art of DJing?
I think I bring the a new flavor in terms of, I mix the old and the new. I experience the old, and I'm experiencing the new. So what I do, I tie both of them in together with the remixes and how we do remixes now, not the bag of scratching and putting that we don't have to do that.
Me I come here for your first night. I mean I know if for the white term, but something I'm feel like. Open up a cook, make a bird fly.
My first professional event was a festival in Miami. It was me alongside Smoke. It was more like some jerk festival in Miramar.
What's the best advice that your father has given to you about music, the music industry, and being a DJ?
Always try to be creative with whatever I do. Master it, create it. Everything that I'm pushing out there, I should create it. Be confident in myself, don't worry about what everybody else.
Yo, bad man a party, think them they close by. So look off your phone like, dirty money we have a portion of it now. Portion of liquor and a portion.
How do you read a crowd?
You test them. So first you play, that's why the warm-up segment is important. But first you play a song that you know without a doubt that is going to work for whatever vibe you're trying to create. Then you try something that you never really have seen people engage in. You see how they move, okay, they move, okay, they're moving. So you read the crowd, you say, okay, that's the direction I need to go in now. You watch if everybody is what they're doing, if them talking, if them dancing, if them laughing. I always try to make sure that they have a smile on their face.
We'll bring you more from Port Antonio, Portland after this break.
What bitter means to me, it means respect. Trust in the process. It might rough now, but go on push, brother. So when them say bitter, that just mean life I get better. Campari, respect the bitter. 18 years old, drink responsibly.
Well, Piggy said them have the best tasting jerk in Portland, Let's find out more in this week's PAN Di Fyah segment. PAN Di Fyah is brought to you by JF Mills, the heart and soul of your kitchen, and Swiss ketchup and barbecue jerk sauce. Better because it's Swiss.
How long have you been involved in the whole jerk chicken business? When did it start for you?
I started this jerk chicken business from 1980.
When you started 43 years ago doing jerk chicken, where were you at the time? Where were you located?
At Fellowship.
So for the past 21 years, you've been right here in the heart of Port Antonio.
Right.
How has business been since you've been right here?
Good.
You got some highlight when the James Bond movie was being shot here in Portland.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah, because James Bond come and them ask me for the place, rent them the place, rent them. All right. Rent them the place, use the place and film most of the show right at Piggy's. Yeah.
Have you gotten like customers since that James Bond movie cameo?
Yes. Foreigners. When they come to Portland, them go anywhere, them there in Portland, them want to know Piggy's Jerk Center.
How did your passion, your love for food develop? Where did it come from?
My own self, I just invent me little thing them, and everything me put to in a food go. I cook for, I actually sure everybody in a Portland eat from me. Me not only jerk, me cook too.
What has kept you in the jerk chicken business all these years? Because obviously you must love it to be in it for 43 years.
Yeah, love it. Do it good. Me alone make me season, me alone, me and my son did start right here, but him did more interest in going to school. And he give me 2 years here, and then he went back to school in Kingston.
How many workers do you have employed here?
7.
What keeps your customers coming back?
Good chicken. See a inspector of police, but eat chicken nowhere but here.
Which days is Piggy's Jerk Center open?
We open Monday to Saturday. Right now, if this place locked down, there's certain 6 people out of job.
Who are your customers? Who supports your business?
Portland people, man. I mean, everybody come, but you have a set of people who just eat it. So. Lunch, you have a set where you eat lunch, you have a set where you eat dinner.
May 3rd was celebrated as Specially Abled Pets Day. Let's hear more in our True Tip of the Week. It's now time for your True Tip of the Week, brought to you by True Pet Food.
May 3 is commemorated as National Specially Abled Pets Day. What's this all about?
Alright, so just like how you have persons that may have disabilities or special needs, the same thing can happen with our animals. So for example, your animal may have a cancer of the limb and may need to have the limb amputated, so it means that they may have 3 legs instead of 4. And we just want persons to know that even though we don't want to have to see our animals go through those type of procedures, our animals are still valuable even if they only have 3 legs, and they're still able to function very well. Sometimes we may have animals that may be born blind or born deaf and they have special needs, so it does take special owners to take care of them, but we can train them to understand hand signals, and we just adapt our lifestyle to what our animals need. Many times we may have to remove an animal's eye. That's more common, and the animal has to function with one eye. So just like how a person would have to adjust to not having that limb or that organ anymore, it's the same thing for our animals. One other common issue is that our animals may become paraplegic. So if they get an injury to the back, so you know it's common for an animal to run out into the road, unfortunately, and they may get hit. So sometimes that spinal damage may be irreversible, and we do have some persons that are able to get a wheelchair for their pet, but it's not really all that common. We do have good Samaritans that try to help persons in those instances, so it's not a death sentence. So we just want persons to know that even though your animal may not be fully functional, even if they're just specially abled, we can still have a good quality of life with our pets in that condition, so don't give up on them.
The True Tip of the Week was brought to you by True Pet Food. I bet you never know some a food cat at Portland. A joke, man, but we'll be back after this break.
There are lots of reasons to believe in a dog food brand. Great nutrition, great price, and your dogs love the taste. But what if it's also made for Caribbean dogs? No artificial colors or flavors, with an eye on the environment, so we only use paper bags. Then you will be just as happy as your dog, truly. It's true, we love dogs.
It's JF Mills Flour and Mixes for your pastries, pancakes, festivals, Johnny cakes, and many cakes. Your wraps, pizzas, rotis, spinners, and
dumpling and fritters.
Using our wide variety of flour to include counter, cake and pastry, all-purpose, whole wheat, and baking. Pick them up today. All from JF Mills, the heart and soul of your kitchen. Distributed by Caramel.
Everybody get your taste buds ready.
Swiss ketchup pours better, tastes better, flavors better. Swiss ketchup makes your food and sauces yummy, yummy, yum. Swiss ketchup, loved by kids and adults. Swiss ketchup, a delicious and favorite for all occasions. Ketchup is better because it's Swiss.
Better because it's Swiss.
If You Want Me by Dennis Brown was the first big hit for producer Mikey Bennett back in 1990. The backstory behind this hit song is certainly interesting, so let's hear more in this week's Fyah Culture segment.
Fyah Culture is powered by Ray White Overproof Rum. Fyah Culture.
If you want to me, you've got to take me as I am, 'cause I've accepted you for what you are.
How did you manage to get hold of a legendary singer like Dennis Brown to work with him?
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes them say when you're in the right place at the right time and with the right kind of contacts. I was a writer for Anchor Music Works, Gussie Clark, one of our best friends. So he came to me one day and said, he just got a call from David Radigan, who said to him, you must get, there's a guy named Mikey Bennett in Home T4. We had just put out an album. Sly and Robbie presents Home T4, and I'd written quite a bit of the songs. So he said, you should get that guy to write some songs for Dennis Brown. Dennis Brown need a good album. If you know Gussie, within about a month, that project was on. So we were challenged to write some songs for Dennis Brown, which was like a dream come true to a young writer like myself.
You shouldn't try to change me, love me as I am. Yeah, now.
We decided to do this song for Dennis Brown, If You Want Me. And him came in, and the first 5 notes the man sing, it just felt so perfect. Scorpio is a man who loved the music, loved dub. And him come in and say, Mikey, big tune this. Tell Dennis I want a dub. Because him sound man loved dub plate. If You Want Me came out, and it was just magic right away, magic.
If you need gotta try to understand. You shouldn't try to change me, love me.
As a young producer, the problem is airplay. You'd have sending the song, man, this and begging and listening out for the song. As it came out, it just started to play.
If you're not happy with the package, let's forget this talk about marriage.
I used to go to One Love every Thursday evening. And let me tell you, man, you go to One Love and it's like the amount of time your song pull up as a producer, you just feel your heart getting bigger and bigger. It was my entry into this whole being accepted as a producer and everything. But I was so excited about being in a position to work with somebody like a Dennis Brown. And then it got better, bigger. Barry's call, boy, look how long, them kind of vibes. So you realize, this is what it means to be a hit producer.
So for this week's Why Pree Vox Pop segment, we took to the streets to ask the people them, would you do a DNA test on a child where you're never sure about? Well, we certainly got some interesting responses. Let's hear them. Why Pree is brought to you in partnership with Campari. Campari, respect the bitter.
Definitely.
Why?
Definitely. Better for sure now than for unsure later.
Suppose she says she don't want to do it.
Suppose she says she don't want, that means she have something to hide. Why she would want to do it if she's sure?
Yeah.
She's supposed to say, all right, go ahead.
Yeah.
She's supposed to have something to prove.
Yeah.
So she's not supposed to have a problem with that.
No, really, I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do that, what make? You trust her like that?
Yeah, I trust her like that. Because we all live together, you get me? Although I know about we can go out, but I wouldn't really do that still, you get me? We have to really sure say I don't mind one, you get me?
So if you pick me brown like me, you still would do a paternity test?
No, we don't have to do that now, because me black. You get me? So we don't have to do that now, you get me? I see what I want. Because I want to find out, you get me? Couldn't just want to live in it and know I'm me black and she.
And she black too?
Yeah, we have to find out that. We don't have to do that now.
What if she said that, no, she don't want to do no paternity test on the youth, you're a youth?
No man, something wrong man. Something must wrong man.
She hide something?
You're right, you get me? Me have to want to know and she don't must want to know what I go on, you get me? So I couldn't trust her if you brown and me black. No way, you get me?
Yeah.
We have to take a test this, trust me.
Him probably not really trust you 100% and want to end up as a youth. And him say, "Man, go do a DNA test on the youth, a paternity test." Would you allow him to do that?
Of course, then I feel him. Who else me? I must him.
So you go and go do the test.
Go and go do it.
And prove yourself.
Put my money too. And we could do it together. Because since that you don't trust me, I don't trust you either. Because I must yours. I can't mind. I never myself alone. I did you with me. So if you don't want to do it, it's your business. But me have to do it because I want you know say I your one.
Long time.
What make?
Because if the appearance depends on the appearance and me have to take care right, so you have to know what is what same way, because them girls like nowadays not trustworthy too tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if she said, oh, boy, I hear you to so nah, do no DNA test, because I know I hear one for sure.
Boy, by law, me can go get a summons guy, family court and get a summons, so she can't stop me. Me no hear that. So she can't stop me from go get DNA. She have to do it if me really want it.
Right, una in a relationship and thing, but him not too trust you, but a child comes along later down the line and say want to do a paternity test. Would you allow that?
Yes, yeah, because I'm tell you something. There's enough women out there, the whole of them get jackets. At the end of the day, some man loyal, some man are loyal. So at the end of the day, yeah, that can do for 2 years because some of them want when you tell them say I feed them, they say I feed them. So why not?
Yes.
Why?
Because if she not trust her, and you know she do certain things, I still would have it in mind. You do the DNA test.
Yeah. Suppose she says she don't want to do the DNA test, though.
Well,
she say, yo, you're own.
She was guilty or something.
Yeah.
Because I was say this baby is not my own. Because it look like she want to give me a baby, it's not mine.
Yeah. Well, those are the views of the people. Tune in next week for more Why Pree. Why Pree is brought to you in partnership with Campari. Campari, respect the bitter. Boy, the girl them love V6 by Malidan, you know. Let's see where it ranks on this week's Magnum Top 10 chart.
weed, make me feel okay. We live and learn.
V6 pan it all and it can't stop. How I do it?
Like me see some skill, dwelling at the dark because I mean them
booping at them head. Boop, 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 boop.
Have a million on my back part, the cash shop, the stocks up.
I'ma say things inside where you destroy all of my
Fire chat too much, we not take programming now, we not robot.
Expensive beats in a Panama, I'm still a bat.
Me don't really beg new friends, straight out the air for the land.
Who know what you make me turn it up? Give me weight, hurry up. New shoes, dirty up. White rum, double cup.
Port Antonio, man, nah lie, the place nice. But until next time, you don't know I'm your host Naldo Addi, closing out this week's episode of Pree Dis.
Pree Dis was brought to you by Magnum Tonic Wine, Take Charge, Ray White Overproof Rum, Fui Culture, Campari, Respect the Bitter, JF Mills, the heart and soul of your kitchen, and Swiss Ketchup and Barbecue Jerk Sauce, better because it's Swiss.